All right, so this week we're talking about the letter C. Can you think of what that letter C looks like? Think for a minute. Try and picture it in your head. Close your eyes and try and picture it. If you were picturing this letter, you're right. Take a good look. This is the letter C. And there's a little girl on here and she's got her arms crossed over her like she's cold. Look, she's shivering because she's cold. The letter C says k. You try and say it with me. Are you ready? The letter C says k. And guess what? I don't know if you've heard yet, but it is supposed to snow over the next 2 days. So you might be able to get outside and practice making that sound just like this little girl. Get up in your warm gear and practice going outside and saying k. Cold. All right, so now that we know what that C sounds like, we need to practice writing it. So at home with you, you should have your paper that looks just like this. And I have a good feeling that you know exactly what you need to do. We're gonna put our name on our paper, then we're gonna trace our C's and make our C's, and then we need to color the camel and the letter C's up here. But first, we have to learn how to make those C's. So take a good look at my paper here. Look at that. I've got my top line, my bottom line, and my middle dashed line. And we always start our letters, that's right, at the top. So when we go to make our letter C, of course, we're gonna start it at the top. Our capital C begins up at the top, right up at that top line. And it kind of, if you take a look, let me show you. It kind of almost looks like it could be an O, doesn't it? But it kind of stops so it doesn't close all the way. So let's see. So we're gonna start up at the top. And you're gonna start just a little bit below that bottom line. I know it's really kind of hard to tell what Mrs. Katie's doing, but you're gonna go up and you're gonna give that top line a touch, and then you're gonna bring it all the way down and around and touch that bottom line, and you're gonna start to go back up, but stop. Take a look. We're gonna do it one more time, and then I'll show you what my friends last year did. Oh, you're not gonna believe it. All right, here we go, ready? We're gonna go up, touch the top line, come down and around and go back up like we're gonna close it and stop. Take another close look at those two guys. All right, so let me show you what my friends did last year. Now I know you won't make the same mistake. Are you ready? Okay, so they would go like this. Oh, take a look at that guy. What's wrong with it? If you said that C is not touching the top line, you're right. Oh, here's another one. Let me show you. Oh, what's wrong with this one? If you said that C is not touching the bottom line, you're right. Oh, and here's the last one. Let me show you. They would go like this. That's backwards. How silly. I know that you'll do your very best work though. And when you make those C's, you want to make them just like this. Take a good look. All right, so now that we're finished talking about those capital C's, let's talk about those lowercase ones, because those can be kind of tricky, but I think you'll manage. So just like we did with our capital C's, we want to start at the top, but this time, because it's a lowercase letter, it starts at that middle dash line. So I'm going to come down to my next line down here. I still have my top line, my bottom line, and my middle dash line. And I'm going to start that C right at that dash line. Take a look. Now remember, we're going to go up and touch the line and then come down and around and start to close it and stop. So take a look. Do you see the difference between the capital C and the lowercase c? I'm going to make another one. Here we go. I'm going to start just a little bit below that dashed line and go up, touch the line, come down and around and stop. because I don't want to close it, because if I closed it, it would be an O. Take a look. All right, now let me show you what my friends did last year. Ooh. But again, I know you won't make the same mistake. They would go like this. And that letter would just be hanging out. It wouldn't be touching the bottom line. It wouldn't be touching the top line. It'd just be floating. Remember, we got to make our letters sit right on the line. Or sometimes they would go like this. And they would make it backwards again. Oh, how silly. So really make sure you're paying close attention. We want to make sure our letters look like these over here. Take a look. Take another close look at those capital C's and those lowercase c's. All right, now it's your turn. I'm gonna wish you some good luck. Remember, name, trace those C's, make those C's, color that camel oh so nicely, and those letter C's at the top. Good luck.